What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you 40 facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. However, today, those 40 facts are going to be a timeline of my own personal fan chapter that I created, the 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. So basically, the Celestial Sons are a psychic army that specialize in using fire psychic attacks, lightning psychic attacks, as well as plasma weaponry. So they're the 11th Legion, which is the Lost Legion, and then this timeline is going to go through their events and whatnot. Now, just to let you know, this timeline is not 100% complete. I'd say it's probably 80%. There are some gaps and whatnot. I kind of go through the first part pretty quick, since there's like 3 or 4 videos kind of going more in depth into the beginnings of the 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. So that being said, guys, I do need your feedback to let me know how I'm doing. If there's anything you think I should change, if you see any gaps in there, how do you think I could fill it out, etc. So with that being said, let's jump into the timeline for the Celestial Sons. Alaric was taken by the Emperor, and he was flung across the galaxy by the ruinous powers of chaos. However, his pod was cracked, and he became tainted by the ruinous powers of Zeech. He landed on the planet of Vor, which was controlled by 3 corrupt rulers who used Alaric in their schemes to awaken the sleeping Necrons beneath this planet. With all the bloodshed and devastation caused by these awoken mechanical monstrosities, hornet demons were summoned, and Alaric fought hard to save his dying world, unlocking his inner psychic potential. Just as Alaric was getting overwhelmed, the Emperor and his forces came to save him. Upon learning of his place in the Emperor's armies, Alaric accepted his position as Primarch of the 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. Alaric felt that he had owed the Emperor more than just his life, and so he put his everything in honing both his own and his army's strengths. The Celestial Sons traveled alongside Ferrus Manus and his Iron Hands to many Forge Worlds, learning the many ways of the machine spirit. They trained alongside Roboute Guilliman and his Ultramarines, trading tactics and battle strategies along the way. Finally, the Emperor of Mankind gave them their first battle mission, to save the enslaved human population from the orcs who were being led by the warlord Deadfist. Deadfist and his clan had massacred a small Eldar force, and they wore their bones as battle trophies. The Wolf King Leman Russ and the Space Wolves accompanied Alaric on this mission. Together, the 2 legions assaulted the Greenskins and liberated the human population. During this epic battle, many heroes were born. Sol Oros, Vicus Rowan, and Dante Hueco stood out among the rest. Sol Oros became the Lord Commander of the Celestial Sons, after proving to be a master tactician, as well as coming out completely unscathed during the entire conflict. After this conflict, Dante Hueco from the Sons and Bjorn from the Wolves, as well as a few assault squads from both legions, stayed to finish off the now scattered forces of the orcs. This is when the first Celestial Sun Marine awoke his psychic powers. He is now known as Varos, the Dawn's Lance. Alaric learns of the new awakening of Psykers among his legion, and he begins an intense training combat with the Salamanders to draw out his legion Psykers. The 2 Primarchs duel, with ends in a stalemate, and Vulcan gifts the Sons with quite a bit of weapons and war gear as well. Years pass, and now the Sons are off to investigate the Forge World of Aldea, which has gone dark for quite some time. On the moon, Sol Oros discovers Nurgle demons, and he too realizes that he is a Psyker as well. Down on the Forge World, the entire population has been consumed by Nurgle's rot, and humans have become plague zombies. The Adeptus Mechanicus forces have also fallen to the chaotic taint of Nurgle. During the cleansing of Aldea, the Celestial Sons learn of a major secret of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The source for their technology and the identity of the machine spirit, which lies under the Martian soil, is none other than the ancient Xenos Catan star god, the Void Dragon. Alaric sends word directly to the Emperor. However, Alaric is ordered to destroy all evidence of this heresy and to await for the Emperor's arrival on Aldea. The Emperor speaks to Alaric alone, and he says, "I am deeply sorry for what is to come, but today the sun sets for the last time. The Celestial Sons are now branded as traitors to the Imperium for their crimes of massacring the population of Aldea and conspiring to overthrow Mars and the Adeptus Mechanicus via the use of dark forces. Roughly half of the Celestial Sons turn themselves in, and even they turn on their battle brothers, which then escalates into a heated battle. Things look dire indeed for Alaric and his loyalist forces, but then the sun gets eclipsed. The forces of the Space Wolves have arrived. Fire meets ice as Alaric battles Leman Russ in an epic duel. Alaric takes the upper hand due to his psychic abilities, which just adds fuel to the fires of hatred that Russ has against Psychers. When all is said and done, the Fractured Sun incident has left the Celestial Sons with a force of less than 500 Astartes. Vicus Rowan, one of the top 3 commanders, is heavily wounded, and their Primarch is a bloody mess with a gaping wound upon his chest. The Midnight Sun, Dante Hueco, vows vengeance against the Celestial Sons that betrayed them, and so he takes roughly 100 Astartes, as well as his subordinate, Varos, the Dawn's Lance, on a suicide mission, despite both Oros and Elric's orders against it. The Celestial Sons have no choice but to lay low for a while they slowly try to rebuild their ranks and acquire weapons and war gear. Elric trains his legionnaires who have awoken their psychic powers during this battle. Eventually, they become the new sergeants of the Legion. The Celestial Sons learn of the Horus Heresy after they assault a heavily destroyed Forge world. As the ruinous powers of chaos grow stronger, Elric's mind weakens and it becomes more unstable and bloodthirsty. The voices in Elric's head torment him, stating that everyone will betray him eventually. You were betrayed by your masters, betrayed by your emperor, betrayed by your legion. You will die alone. Chaos does not betray. Chaos welcomes you. The Celestial Sons stumble across a massive planet-like structure, but unbeknownst to them, this is a prison of the ancient gods. Having now the power of 2 shards of a Catan, the Celestial Sons make their way towards Mars. However, they cannot get close, for the epic Battle of Terra has commenced. Realizing they need more manpower and more knowledge on the Catan, the Celestial Sons retreat back to the site of the god prison, and for the next 1,000 years, they attempt to uncover the secrets of the star gods. Finally, the Celestial Sons are battle ready once again, and they make their move, when they hear that Trazian, the Infinite, has attacked Cadia. They meet with Trazian, and a battle breaks out. However, when the Sons attempt to unleash one of their shards, Trazian halts all attacks. Seeing as how the Astartes have captured a Catan shard, he opts for a trade. He will share his knowledge, but he requires 3 items for his collection before he'll reveal anything. Now this is where I need your guys' help. These 3 relics, I haven't really thought of what they could be, but I'd like to hear your guys' ideas as to what they might be. I could probably include maybe like the Celestial Sons having to go to like Eldar craft worlds and get like, I don't know, soul stones or something like that. It adds a lot of storytelling aspects that can be added here, so I'd just like to hear what you guys say. But anyway, let's continue on with the rest of this lore. Years pass, and finally they meet with Trazian once again, but this time with his relics. Trazian reveals that the Void Dragon, which is indeed trapped under the Martian soil, can be released with the use of a single item, the Terminus Decree. The Terminus Decree is a box which is heavily guarded on the moon of Saturn, Titan, by the psychically powered Grey Knights. With this key, they can unleash the Void Dragon and have complete control of this ancient star god. With this new information, Alaric thinks of only one thing: revenge. Unleash the god and destroy the Imperium who has betrayed him. However, Sol Oros has a more righteous goal. Use the Void Dragon to empower the Golden Throne's machine spirit and revive the Emperor, thus atoning for their sins. With their greatest challenge ahead of themselves, they brace for the challenge to face the Grey Knights, then somehow land on Mars and access the Tomb of the Catan, and finally arrive on Holy Terra, enter the Sanctum Imperialis, and interface with the Golden Throne, all the while fighting the many forces of the Grey Knights, the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Astra Militarum, the Space Marines, and the Custodes. This is indeed an impossible task, But do the Celestial Sons fight alone? As the galaxy falls further and further into war and chaos, unlikely forces gather to aid the impossible goal of the 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. And that is pretty much everything I have so far that I'm pretty comfortable with adding to the lore. As we all know, I still have a lot to fill in. There's a bunch of gaps in there. So again, guys, I need your help. Let me know what you guys think I should add, what problems I have with this storyline, and what I can do to solve them. If you guys have any tips or anything, just comment down below, let me know. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Arthur Dotson. Arthur Dotson has been a great inspiration for the lore for my Celestial Sons. He's got an awesome imagination. This guy has basically given me like a good skeleton to basically build off of. A lot of this is because of Arthur Dotson, so a huge ups to you. Thank you for this awesome lore that you have given me. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to the artist for some of these images that you see here, Blaze Barrows. Blaze Barrows has drawn up my Primarch, Sol Oros, Vicus Rowan, and Dante Hueco. Really awesome work that he's done there, so big ups to him. If you guys want to see more of his art and whatnot, his link is down in the description below. Also, another artist we have featured here is Aaron Oborn. You can find him on Legion 555 over on DeviantArt. Again, links will be down in the description. Now, he has actually drawn up the Infernal Sons. So the Infernal Sons are the chaos portion of the Celestial Sons. I haven't actually got to that in the lore yet, so that's something else to look forward to. Also, another thing that I haven't added to the lore yet is, whatever happened to the Midnight Sun, Dante Hueco? Will he arrive and finally give the Celestial Sons a little bit of hope to accomplishing their goal? You're just gonna have to wait and see, guys. Now, the figures that you see painted here, a lot of this was done all thanks to the epic art studio Smells Like Wargaming. Unfortunately, I don't think he does commissions anymore. I think it's been closed down, but again, I gotta give props to you. Also, I've got a few Contemptor, well, one of the Contemptor Dreadnoughts was painted by the awesome studio Dark Bunny Creatives. Again, guys, I greatly recommend these guys. They do awesome work, really professional stuff, so I'll leave links to that as well down in the description. So if you guys have any art you want commissioned, any minis you want painted or done up, please contact these guys here. They're really awesome, great guys. They work really well, and they're affordably priced, so check them out. Another thing you guys are maybe a little surprised about is, yes, I do have a model of Ahriman in my Celestial Sons. He's just a psyker, but I really like this model. If you guys like the paint job for this model, greatly recommend you guys check out Midnight Productions, another awesome commission studio. I'll leave a link for them as well in the description below. Oh, and how can I forget? The Contemptor Dreadnought with the double plasma and the missile rack, that one was done up by Siege Studios, yet another awesome commissioned painting studio, so hit them up too. Again, link will be down in the description as well. And then I also have my Primarch, well, the Chaos version of my Primarch done up. This was sent to us by one of you guys, one of the subscribers, so a huge thank you for that. It looks amazing. It pretty much resembles exactly what the Chaos Primarch looks like. So really awesome work to you. Big ups to you, man. Huge thank you. Now, another awesome commission artist that I want to give a big ups to is Jedi Art Trick. He can be found on DeviantArt. Again, link will be down in the description. This guy drew up the awesome character of Varos the Dawn's Lance. Now, Varos is pretty special because he was created by you guys. A subscriber sent me in some lore on a particular captain, and I liked it so much I included it in the army. So Tyler James Thurman, big ups to you for sending us this whole awesome character of Varos. And again, big ups to Jedi Art Trick for drawing him up for us. And I have one more guy that is currently working on some psychic powers of the Celestial Sons, as well as some Catan powers, so he will be featured in future videos to come. Thank you for now. But yeah, guys, that is a lot of people that are all brought together into this project to make it a reality. Huge thank you to all you guys. It wouldn't be this awesome, epic 11th Legion without you guys. So again, huge thank you for you. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the time and all the lore I have on the Celestial Suns. If you guys want more information, I will link the playlist to the Celestial Suns at the end of this video. And as always, I will link the channels, the DeviantArt pages, and all that for the artists down below. Big thank you for you guys. Also, please don't forget, let me know how I can improve on this lore. And yeah, we'll go from there. As always, guys, we do have a Patreon page. Simple dollar helps support us. We got a Facebook page. We try and post each and every day about 40k, Magic the Gathering, and other nerdy things, as well as a Twitter and a Instagram page. So check us out on that. And that's all I've got. I am the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.